Officials in Florida keeping close attention.
Lately, in the last couple of updates, we're starting to see some deep convection starting to wrap around the center.
As Newsbreak updates you on Tropical Storm Bertha. Congress members question peak headset.
Why don't you show some leadership and stand up to your fellow Democrats who won't fund the troops?
Ahead of a request of tens of millions of dollars of the war in Iran. And a group of kids are helping bikers stay hydrated while they travel the state of Iowa.
I'm hoping we get about $100.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Paula Sirignano.
I'm Chase Alberton. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
The Gulf Coast is bracing for Tropical Storm Bertha as it moves closer to landfall later today. Tropical Storm Bertha formed in the Gulf of Mexico Monday. Officials and residents along the Gulf Coast are monitoring the storm's progression.
The storm is projected to hit the Gulf Coast later today. CNN's Reed Binion reports.
Lately, in the last couple of updates, we're starting to see some deep convection starting to wrap around the center, which we hadn't formed up until this point.
Officials in Florida keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Bertha. It formed Monday, spinning bands of heavy rain into the Panhandle.
So we're starting to see the system get a little bit better organized.
Bertha is the second named storm of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. It's forecast to potentially hit parts of the Gulf Coast from Florida to Texas, bringing coastal flooding, heavy rain, and high winds. Some areas already feeling the impact.
We left out around 6 a.m. It was actually nice and smooth. Then the wind started kicking up around 7:30. Then we started having a real hard push and wind around 8.
In Florida, emergency management officials are standing by and monitoring the storm. Meanwhile, residents in parts of Mississippi are trying to mitigate the risk of getting hit with severe weather again as they continue recovering from flooding that struck back in June. Dry air and the storm's large size have kept it from strengthening into a healthy tropical cyclone, but officials warn don't let your guard down.
We never turn our back on a system in the Gulf.
If things take a turn for the worse, be ready. If not,
always use any system like this as a walkthrough, as a rehearsal for when you actually have to activate.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
More information on the tropical storm is coming after the break during our weather segment.
Trump administration officials faced tough questions on Capitol Hill as they requested more than $87 billion to support the ongoing war with Iran. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the money is needed to pay service members, replace equipment, and sustain military operations. Lawmakers pressed Pentagon officials for more details as protesters interrupted the hearing.
Democrats who won't fund the troops, who stand and play partisan politics while you don't give us the money. You want to stand up here and talk about the troops? You won't show any political courage to actually fund our department because you have Trump derangement syndrome.
Hegseth warned that without funding, the military could face shortfalls in troop pay, equipment, and other operations.
A mother died trying to save her son from a river in East Central Florida. The tragedy unfolded at a park in Volusia County, and as Watch's Patrick Perez reports, boaters nearby jumped in to help.
It's just sad what happened. It really is. It's a tragedy.
John Rica is one of several people who helped rescue a woman and her 4-year-old son out of the St. Johns River in Volusia County Saturday afternoon.
As soon as I saw what was going on, I jumped over the handrail and pulled her up onto the boat and started doing CPR and, mouth to mouth, trying everything I could to resuscitate her and, everything in my power to bring her back.
The Volusia Sheriff's Office says 43-year-old Nicole Grayson jumped into the water near Edstone Park to rescue her son who had just fallen in. Mark Schwartz, a nearby boater, heard the cries for help from a witness.
And I looked, there's no other boaters out there. Nobody rendering help, and I thought, well, I better get over here because nobody else is out here to help. So
Mark says he threw life jackets at Grayson and her son, but they were not able to grab onto them.
I was able to maneuver my boat over to them, and I was able to grab the young man, the boy, the 4-year-old. I put him on the boat, and I grabbed the mother, she was already under.
With the help of John and another man, they were able to bring Grayson onto the boat where John performed CPR until EMS arrived.
I mean, it's just what I would want somebody to do for my family, and try to save a life.
The 4-year-old boy survived, but Grayson ended up dying at the hospital several hours later. The railing where witnesses say the boy fell over is noticeably lower than the rest of it. A spokesperson for Volusia County says this is in order to provide accessible fishing opportunities for park visitors with mobility limitations or who fish while seated. But John questions whether this entire incident could have been prevented had the railing been higher.
I think there should be some sort of life-saving devices here, you know, throw rings, even possibly a ladder to hold on to if 6 kids are without their mother today because of this right here.
The Tate brothers are vowing to fight their extradition to the UK after their arrest in Miami this past weekend on rape and sex trafficking charges. Andrew and Tristan Tate appeared in federal court Monday after U.S. Marshals arrested them over the weekend at a boxing event in Miami. The United Kingdom is seeking their extradition over alleged crimes dating back to 2010 and 2017.
Andrew and Tristan are innocent. They've never done nothing wrong. They shouldn't be extradited for crimes they did not commit. They're entitled to have their day of court that we've been litigating the case for 3 years in Palm Beach County in Florida.
The brothers have denied all allegations against them. A judge ordered them to remain in federal custody with their next court hearing set for July 27th.
A Massachusetts museum is turning a one-star review into its biggest inside joke. The New Bedford Whaling Museum is now selling shirts, sweatshirts, and tote bags featuring a viral review that rates worst aquarium ever. But there's just one problem. It isn't an aquarium. The review was posted back in 2020, and after years of laughing about it, the museum decided to turn the mistake into merch.
If you have any outdoor plans, you will want to hear this.
For sure, and that's still ahead, and so is the story.
My mom got it because of the ragbri, so I'm hoping we get about $100.
These kits are helping bikers to stay hydrated during Iowa's ragbri. Don't go anywhere. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
We're looking at a live view of our gorgeous Biscayne Bay campus, and we got some cloudy skies. We also we didn't really get much rain these past few days, and we want to know how long will it stay dry.
With the answer to that, we have meteorologist Luis Dieguez with your forecast. Luis, how's that weather looking?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Chase, I feel like we have maybe 2, possibly 3 more good days in us here. We're pretty much locked into this pattern where we've seen these lengthy, very warm days with a couple of occasional showers passing through during the early morning hours. Currently at Miami International Airport, it is 88 degrees. The feels like it's already approaching 100. And that's a result because of the dew point, which is at 75, and the relative humidity also at 65%. Winds pretty elevated, over 10 miles per hour. I'll touch on that in just a moment. Current temperatures here in the two-county area, we're looking at everyone checking in to the mid to upper 80s here, 88 in Boca, 88 in Homestead as well. Same deal in Pembroke Pines and Opelika. The only cooler spot is Kendall at 85, and down south in the Keys, it is 87 in Marathon, already approaching 90 degrees at the southernmost point. This is the big story here in as far as the weather world is concerned. We have Tropical Storm Bertha. It is the second named storm of the season. It formed about 48 hours ago over the Gulf of Mexico. But you look at the way the entire thing is configured, and it's actually quite disorganized. So the center is actually just about to make landfall just south of New Orleans. But all the bad weather is completely detached from the center, and that is because this storm is being blasted by some upper level wind shear that has the propensity to detach the thunderstorm activity away from the center. Here's the latest information from the National Hurricane Center as of the latest advisory. Winds are 50 miles an hour. It is moving slowly to the west at 5, and the pressure is up to 997 millibars. So it will make landfall, I'd say, in about 6 hours here over Louisiana. And then if it holds together, if it survives, it will make a run towards Texas. But the truth of the matter is, this is just rain with a name with some occasional gusts. Tropical storm warnings are already in effect for Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi. And aside from that, it is just going to be a major rainstorm for the southeast and the Gulf Coast. Boating conditions, winds are coming out of the southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, moderate trouble on Biscayne Bay with a water temperature at 88 degrees. So today, expect that breach breeze to continue because of the tight pressure gradient between Tropical Storm Bertha and an area of high pressure over the Atlantic. The winds will be coming out of the southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour at our beaches. Very low chance of rain, which will be at 20%. 93 will be the high today. 10 degrees cooler tonight during the overnight hours. Mostly clear conditions. Winds will also be coming out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tomorrow we're looking at 92 degrees for an afternoon high. That breeze will persist. It'll be coming out of the east at 10 to 15. And then here is our extended forecast. Again, 3 pretty good days ahead of us here with 20 to 30% rain chances. But then the change begins this weekend. We're looking at 40% rain chances both Saturday and Sunday. The rainiest day of the week will be Monday with numerous storms in the mix. Aside from that, we're looking at lower 90s for afternoon highs and not much relief at night as lows will be in the lower 80s. Keep it breezy. Breathe easy, everyone. Caplin News will be right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
A jacket belonging to a basketball legend has sold at an auction. A jacket belonging to NBA Hall of Famer Wilt Chamberlain had been found at a Goodwill store in Portland, Oregon, and was just sold at an auction for nearly $90,000.
19-year-old Quinn Brown saw the jacket after someone else had bought it. However, when the original buyer originally changed their mind, Brown went to make the purchase, and it only cost him $3. The jacket was worn by Chamberlain during the NBA Finals in 1972, so he took the jacket to authenticate it and conducted the auction.
The Miami Marlins struggle continues after losing their 5th straight game and second in the series against the Houston Astros. Jeremy Pena and Isaac Paredes both hit home runs for the Astros, while Tatsuya Amaya recorded 8 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. Kyle Stowers got the Marlins within 1 run in the 5th with an RBI double, and Joe Mack hit a solo home run in the 7th. Despite the Marlins turning a 5-4-3 triple play in the 8th on a soft ground ball by Jose Altuve, it still wasn't enough. First pitch for the final game of the series is set for 8:10 p.m.
Thousands of cyclists are making their way across Iowa as one of the world's largest recreational bike ride continues. Tuesday marked day 3 of the Register's annual Great Bicycle Ride across Iowa, better known as RAGBRAI. Riders traveled from Ogden to Boone and enjoyed cooler conditions after Monday's heat index reached 100 degrees and higher.
My mom got it because of the RAGBRAI, so I'm hoping we get about $100 so that I can use it for dance.
I was going to say, what are you going to do with all that money?
I'm going to use it for dance because I'm in competition.
Organizers say the 7-day event is the oldest, largest, and longest recreational bicycle tour in the world, and the ride ends Saturday. And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paula Sirignano.
I'm Chase Alberton. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.